And how you guys doing? This is very important in reference to Hollywood, history, media, people that's known me in productions, modeling, sports. Everybody's going to have to make a video or something because obviously there's a problem with people going public with the information. Obviously, there has to be a reorganizing of certain TV channels or something that my father and mother owned, which I'm the owner. So this is very important in reference to celebrities, entertainers, old celebrities, young celebrities that have known me, children of other celebrities. Because I'm the child of two celebrities too. Plus, my grandparents was in movies and TV shows that obviously people have forgotten that. In reference to my grandparents and great grandparents, and reference to music and stage performances back in the day before television, and they're still hitting me in the face and teeth. The satellite man is hitting me in the teeth. They're my real teeth. The satellite controller is trying to call my teeth fake. These people have literally hit me in the face over 1 billion times with their satellites. Do you understand? Over 10,000 days. And these satellite controllers have been on my face like 15 hours plus every single day as they've been holding me hostage in Indianapolis. Now, this is very important in reference to people that know me in the entertainment industry, business, people that know me in college or colleges that know me, or sports, or college sports, or pro sports, or Olympics. Everybody has to make some type of little video or a big video, maybe a collage of, maybe some celebrities that are athletes have photographs with me. You need to put those on the internet. I mean, of course, in the future, there's going to be a museum of, for it's like a living museum. It's going to be like a museum where, people that have known me in the past, there's people that know me from when I was little, TV shows, movies I was in, people that knew my parents, people that are athletes, people that, you know, that are models or actresses or singers that have either sang with me in songs, or people that have known me for a long time, or just a lot of important detailed information, and some general information, and other particulars. Like, they're choking me now, they're burning my neck right here. They hit me in the teeth just here right now. They hit me in the throat, and then they hit me in the teeth just now. That is physical contact. That is another lawsuit. Any physical contact is lawsuits automatically. Them hitting me in the face or teeth, that is not no indication of nothing. That is intentional abuse. Any of them doing that is intentional. And in reference to directors, writers, producers, cinematographers, production crews, people that knew me, people that that have known me, that are friendly with me, and there probably is going to be some haters that are going to make some type of videos, whichever. But we'll see what they say. But in reference to anybody in the media, anybody that's friendly with me in universities or in business or on Wall Street, that know me or that have known me when I was little, people that knew me when my parents was alive, people that came over to birthday parties of mine, and ask them what birth date people came over to have birthday parties when my parents threw a birthday party for me. Ask some of the celebrities what the date was that they came over to my mother and father's mansions. Because these government people are still trying to play this Mark Ray hostage game. Even when my mother had a court case about it, these people trying to call me Mark Ray. And this is my rosary beads. So in reference to, we need that information too. When my mother had that court case, when she wanted to know who these people was, why they were calling me Mark Ray, and we need the time and date on that, publicized on a website. So in reference to a lot of information, hate club lists, people that hated my parents, people that was jealous of my parents, people that was trying to extort from my parents, people that harassed my parents, people that physically or had attacked my parents at any time, people that used satellites, people that had tried to use weapons of any kind. All that stuff has to be on record too. So anybody that knows any information needs to be, make YouTube videos. Any of the people that tried to hurt me, anybody that tried to steal my identity, anybody that tried to manipulate, anybody that tried to call me a fake in reference to my royal hermaphrodite biological parents, anybody that sexually assaulted me, claiming they had to check something for their own personal reasons. No, there is no legal right for anybody to be touching my body. And somebody might say there might have been a body cam on this man that fucked up my teeth. And in reference to any jobs or business locations, because I've worked in jobs where they've always had cameras. And so somebody would have to know who the man is when he had snuck up on me or tasered me or damaged my face and teeth. They need those videos to be published every time. And if somebody tried to jump me or somebody tried to fight me at a job, like a government man or somebody from the outside, I've never really had a fight with any coworkers of any kind. So at any job that I've worked at. And in reference to schools that I went to, never had any real fights or anything with any other student of any kind. And everybody knows that. So, this government man trying to make false histories to try to murder me or to try to rape me or to try to steal my identity or trying to steal my finances or my trust funds, with his activities or his lies or his fantasies of wanting to be me. I'm a real royal of my race. This man's not even my race, and he's trying to claim to be a royal of my race. And he's not even my race. So the man has to be arrested and prosecuted for trying to steal the identity of a royal hermaphrodite and a Hollywood A-list celebrity and business tycoon in reference to, my family history and, very important information. Lots of things, So if people want to be, documented in the museum, people need to make videos, kind of keep a little track of them or keep them on your list. And, there's going to be a database where, there's going to be a museum for, just people that like me. The museum's going to have all kinds of things. People that are fans, people that are friends, people that know me, people that knew my parents, people that knew any of my family history, people that knew me in college, people that seen me play sports, all kinds of people, all different types of friendly people that have something to say. And obviously, like I said, there's probably going to be some haters that are going to say something. And, we'll have to see what those videos are. But, and these people that hated my parents needed those videos too. People to make videos about which people hated my parents. And in reference to education, and if I have any college degrees or any Olympic gold medals or silver or bronze or any trophies or sports rings or any in reference to my inventions. Now, my inventions are very important, and they're all copyrighted. So, all my inventions have to be documented, and so nobody steals any of them, and they have to be put in, documentation for the museums too. Because that's very important to prevent people from stealing things that, that I made or my inventions or things like that, So it's very important in reference to, the history of the future too, past, present, and future. So, if you know me and you're friendly with me, you need to make some type of video saying that you know me or you've seen me working at a job or you've seen me in sports or you've seen me on TV or you've seen me in interviews or you've seen me sing a song and, or you might be a singer or a person that plays an instrument in a band or, whichever. So you have to, people have to make those videos just to get it on the record because obviously people are either afraid to go public with the information or they're covering it up for somebody else. Well, see, I'm not a politician. I'm a royal hermaphrodite. I'm the child of my biological parents. So the political tricks of these people for their political gain It just means they're conspiring with other people that are criminals that are trying to steal my family history and my mother and father's estates. You know, if there's haters out there, they need to find out what haters have said. You know, that's just the point. Yeah, and don't forget, you know, there's certain races of people I can't hang out with. I can't hang out with certain types of people. Can't hang out with certain people that have, you know, criminal records of certain types, or, you know, just general. I can't hang out with certain people based on the fact that somebody would try to conjure up lies on me, or they would try to manipulate, or they would try to get close to me to try to hurt me. And that satellite man is still hitting me in the teeth right here. They need to call the Supreme Court or some of the or the Treasury and ask them what's the last date of information they have, last time and date, and current time and date of the abuses of these satellite controllers and the financial fraud and the withholding of monies or the interception of postal mail, or any of them that stole cars, or any of them that tried to steal anything from me. In reference to them cock blocking me from having a girlfriend, my parents had it on record that I'm supposed to be around females and having like a girlfriend, you know? And, you know, whether it's somebody from my race or a friendly race that's friendly with me, just general acknowledgments, you know. Might be somebody in ballet, it might be rhythmic gymnastics or movies or music, or, you know, I can't date certain girls in certain careers based on genetic protection and financial protection of my mother and father's estates and companies. So, you know, this is very important for people to know this, that, you know, if you like who I am or you like my parents, because I can only be friendly with people that like my parents, because I can't be around people that hated my parents, because then they would try to hurt me, right? So, you know, it's kind of like, that's why these haters are not allowed to be staring at me with satellites, but for some odd reason, the politicians are allowing it, which is treason. The politicians have to make public statements about these people stalking me. And in reference to any politicians that are fans of mine, or they like who I am, or they know history of my career or athletics or sports, you know, I'm going to be, you know, some of the information, you know, I'm going to be in sports and ballet in the future and singing songs in the future and modeling. Like, for instance, when I get taller, I might play a different position in basketball or pro sports, or I might play a different position in the NFL, or, you know, just based on particulars of the future. So it's, you know, it's very important. And, you know, people want to say things that they know that my parents owned, which I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates and companies, whether it's a big property, a little property, you know, just to make videos, or just to say hey, or just to throw a little information out there, you know, very important. So, you know, they're still hitting me in the teeth right here. And that is physical assault. That's more lawsuits against the government and against the satellite controllers. And these people spying on me. See, the government allowing people to spy on a person that they're jealous of, meaning like these government people don't like the word jealousy for some odd reason, but that falls into the category of what it is, or seven deadly sins or fatal attraction. And this man tried to claim he was in competition with my teeth, and he was trying to steal my teeth. Like, what kind of shit is that? My teeth are my real teeth. And this man supposedly has dentures. And he's trying to compete with my real body and my real looks and my teeth and face. And he's one of the people that tried to get plastic surgery, or he knows one of his people tried to get plastic surgery to try to steal my identity. And that man has to get arrested and prosecuted. So, you know, in reference to, you know, female friends that want to just make jokes, or, you know, get a holler out, or, you know, or holla, right? Funny, huh? And hello, LA radio stations and radio stations across the country. And, you know, my parents owned businesses in all 50 states. So, you know, all 50 states, in reference to governors and mayors, are supposed to speak out against these people trying to steal from me, because that's the law, facts. People trying to steal property or monies, or them trying to steal my identity in any city or state, Those people need to get prosecuted and arrested. Or any country, these people tried to steal my identity. So, it's very important that people make videos just to get something out there on the record to say, hey, I sent a video, blah, 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 about this and that and this and that. Or if you knew me at Beverly Hills schools, or if you knew me at other schools, Jewish school or Catholic school, or, just or sports, just anything. Or whether you know what I own in Vegas in reference to my mother and father's companies in the States, and restaurants and businesses, gas stations, grocery stores, clothing companies, department stores. If somebody knows, say something. Or if you have information, say something. Just say, yeah, oh, we know this, or we heard you might own this, or we heard you own this or that, so you have to look it up. Somebody has to look up the information. Because I don't have any documents here because they steal them all every time somebody tries to send one. And I've not received any insurance monies from any of the abuses, from any of the jobs I worked at. I've not received any insurance or compensation from the abuses of government, or any of these people that tried to rape me, or anybody that tried to steal my genitals, or anybody that tried to steal my genetics. I've not received no compensation in reference to the abuse and the fraud of these people and the defamation of character that these people was creating with their lies. So, it's very important that, people make videos. If you want to just make a quick video saying, hey, how you doing? Hey this, hey that, just saying hello, or what time and date, but just to say something so they can make it into the museum, and, it could be put into certain collages of video or something, possibly, Role Protocol's in the media every day. It's been there since I was born. It's a documentation of my identity. And it's been there. My parents, had the documents made, of course, when I was little. And my father owned companies and businesses, and my parents was both royal hermaphrodites and, grandparents too. So it's a long story. So, in reference to people just making a quick video or a long video saying something or asking simple, some people might ask a question or something, and that's fine, but I haven't seen any real videos of anything. No, I've never done any drugs. No, I'm not ever going to do any drugs. So, in reference to anybody making up shit, those people can get arrested for their crimes. So if this man claimed he was spying on me, torturing me, stealing from me because of some fabrication, like them stealing my money, claimed, oh, he thought you'd go out and spend your money on drugs. Never bought drugs in my entire life. Now, I've never done drugs either. I don't even drink, even though drinking's legal. And some people drink, so there's probably fans of mine that probably drink casually or responsibly, right? Very important. So, there's a lot of things in the future for, the fan clubs and, people understanding that, this situation, and there's term limits in government. So whoever the bad people are in government, there's term limits, and they could put restrictions on their power in government if they violate certain things. Obviously, satellite crimes is a violation of power. Reference to these people terrorizing or burning me. And don't forget, I didn't start this shit. My parents didn't start it either. The situation started about thieves trying to steal from my family. That's what it's been the whole time. Anything they tried to frame me with, anything they tried to make up saying that this person said this or this person said that, get it all on record. Or, make videos about it. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 8:59 p.m.
Alexa, what's the date?
It's Wednesday, April 1st.
Alexa, what time is it?
It's 9 p.m.
I didn't know if you heard it or not. If anybody heard her say what time it was. Anyways, so, just if you're somebody that knows me, a friend, or ever met me, or if you ever worked at a job, then you're friendly, or if when I've waited tables or worked in businesses, you know, and you met me briefly or something, and you're friendly about who I am, then make a video about it. Just say, hey. Or if you saw me in the distance, like, oh, there's Chase, or there's Walter or Doris, whichever someone might say. Lots of things of importance.